A lot of times your doctor will be in network, but the specialist won't.
Wow. Okay.
And so if you're not careful, if your specialist is not in network, you're going to get a bill for those services. And so we make sure that we sit down with our seniors and say, hey, this is your primary care physician. If you go and get a specialist, make sure when you're seeing that specialist that they make sure that this particular specialist is going to be in your network. If not, you're going to need a referral. If you get that referral, that is going to keep those excess expenses for piling up on you and creating a bill for you. Because a lot of seniors, they get to stages where it is not so easy for them to compute information effectively.
So let me ask you a question. When you're meeting with seniors, what are some of the situations that you have seen? Give us an example, I guess I would say. Give us an example of a situation where you were able to go in and to help someone truly, help them save money, or they're having a tough time trying to distinguish which part they need. So give us a scenario.
Well, usually when I meet with a senior, the first thing I ask them is typically, who's your doctor? We ask to see their Medicaid card, Medicare card, excuse me. We ask them on their appointment, after we get the scope of appointment form signed, give me everything that you have when you go to the doctor. So this means all your medication, give me your cards, give me everything that you have. And so the first thing that we're doing is we're establishing what medicines you're on. And then we establish in your budget, okay, what is your first 3 priorities? Do you have a problem paying a premium? Is your care going to the same doctor? Because if I have a senior that is adamant about keeping the same doctor and they're not in network, if they have the budget to be able to
take on those expenses,
then I would say, hey, we probably need to look at a Medicare supplement. Because with the Medicare supplement, you don't have to deal with all of those network stipulations. You don't have to deal with all of those referrals. They typically will let you see who you want because you're paying a premium every month. But if I'm dealing with someone that really doesn't want to pay a premium, or it's not in the budget for them to pay a premium, then we have to do a Medicare Advantage plan. That way I can say, hey, is your doctor in network? If your doctor's not in network, we probably need to look at going elsewhere, or these are the costs associated with staying where you are.
What are some other questions that families may have, or maybe some of your seniors may have, that can help someone else? I know one of the common questions is about, who's in network, who's out of network. What are some of those other questions that some of the families may have that you've dealt with?
Well, a lot of them ask, they'll say, well, what other benefits are associated with Medicare? Or, they ask a plethora of questions. Mostly what I found that helps families dealing with seniors is making sure that their medications are covered, because it's a lot of seniors that do not take medications the way they need to because they cannot afford them. And there are a lot of benefits associated with the actual plans that you get on, whether you're doing Medicare supplement or doing a Medicare Advantage plan. There are a lot of perks and benefits that come along with the plans that you choose. For example, a lot of seniors have heard of Silver Sneakers. Silver Sneakers is basically a way of keeping seniors healthy.
Okay.
And typically a senior can go into a gym. They can work out, swim, whatever measure they choose to exercise, and they can build up points.
Okay.
And with those points, they can build up points to send, I think it has to be a junior or younger. They can send a child to college. Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily a relative. It could be a church member. It could be whomever they need to. But typically, it's not an incentive, if you will, but it's just an extra way of keeping seniors healthy and providing a way that they can give back to the children that they love. And so we have a lot of seniors that participate with the plan with Silver Sneakers that build up points every month that they can give to a child that they can use for tuition.
Wow.
Now, I think that is very, very gracious, but it kind of motivates our seniors to stay healthy as well. Also, I typically talk to a lot of seniors because we were talking about Part A, the hospital Part A. Part A is usually associated with a deductible. And so I talk to a lot of my clients about hospital indemnity plans. And these are plans that are enforced to get that deductible down.
Okay.
Because a lot of seniors, as you grow, you begin to go to the hospital a lot. And so usually, if you go to the hospital, it has a 60-day window of coverage. And so if you go to the hospital and you're discharged, 3 days later, you may go to the hospital again, which means you're going to have that same deductible again. And so what I've seen is that a lot of seniors, just based on the deductibles and out-of-pocket expenses, is where most of the course of their bills come in, their excess bills come in, that start to really, really, really affect their retirement income. Their medications is already a doozy as it is to deal with. But to add on all the other excess expenses, it's enough to overwhelm anybody, and I'm not even a senior. And the reason why we've been so passionate about going out to seniors and educating them is because a lot of people, including myself, were raised by senior parents. But I go into a lot of homes and I'm seeing seniors that are raising grandchildren, that are raising adult children. And so not only does their fixed income have to support them in their lifestyle, but it typically has to support other people in their household. And so my number one priority when I sit down with the senior is, hey, what are your top priorities? Do you want to pay a premium? Do we need to look at a Medicare supplement? Or do we need to find you a plan with the Medicare Advantage plan where we can get just about everything you want covered, but it won't be all of these out-of-pocket expenses that are associated with it as well?
Wow, we are over time. Can you believe it? It just goes by so fast. In these last few minutes, tell us if someone out there wanted your services, Strategic Financial Group, how would they contact you?
Well, I have a Facebook page. It's called Trustegic Financial Solutions. So look me up on Facebook. That's my business page. I also have a website that's Trustegic Financial .solutions as well. You can contact me via cell. The number is 251-648-9945. I'm always available. Seniors are my absolute joy. I love to see them happy.
Okay. Well, this is it for the Color Outside the Box podcast. We want you to stay tuned next week where we're going to be talking about insurance and why do I need insurance. That's going to be a really good topic. Until the next time, we'll see you next Monday morning on the Color Outside the Box podcast. Have an awesome day. Color Outside the Box is a podcast series that focuses on creating a better you. Whether it's advice about family, relationships, raising children in this technological world, marriage, or careers, we seek to find the answers to help you live your best life. So start your Monday morning off right with me, your hostess with the mostest, Princess Miller, on Color Outside the Box right here on iTunes and everywhere podcasts can be heard.